Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Left to Center.
Season 3, Episode 2.
Yes, sir.
Here we are.
We are...
Good morning.
Belgium's #1 rated podcast.
I wonder if we still are, John.
We haven't checked. It could be another country that's taken over.
Time for some Belgian statistics, John, when you get a chance.
I'm on it.
We are starved for statistics, John.
Starved.
I think that's a business manager thing now.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen him in weeks.
No, does he exist anymore?
Business managers focused on making money, which is what I would be focused on if I was a business
I think
manager
that's
also.
an intern job then.
I haven't seen him in
Ever?
years.
Kyle is a fictional character, in my opinion.
Kyle, are you there?
Kyle Glass. Yeah, Mason.
He's going to pop up right now on the chatter.
He is always listening.
He is?
He is always in the shadows.
You're like, I'm here. Hey,
waiting.
Hey, just waiting for that
for his moment.
statistical assignment.
Yeah, right.
Well, you got to. I know we want to start with a big announcement. You should.
It's too bad we can't play their music.
I was thinking about that.
That'd be
yesterday.
so much cooler, and then we'd get booted off.
I
Facebook.
know.
Hey, we could sing it ourselves.
Yeah, but that's Tom likes
does
to
have a
sing.
great
I'm not a
voice.
very good
Please
just
do not put me through that.
I'm not in a
singing out in
this
the
morning.
no.
Thank
Not in a singing mood.
God.
No, not
the
in a-
voice
Sometimes
of an
you
angel.
are.
I know. It's not today, though. I'm not feeling it. I'm glad I'm not a singer today. So, we've previously indicated that Festival of Lakes is 100% certain to happen this
And
year.
you're still
Barring, ridiculous things that we cannot anticipate. I mean, we're going full steam ahead. Like, last year at this time, we were not making arrangements with our bands.
we were doing the opposite. We were canceling
We
arrangements.
were,
with the
looking up
bands.
clauses on how to get
Yes.
out of it, right? Because we knew last year that wasn't happening.
Isn't it funny? I mean, you and I obviously have both gone to law school, and in contracts, you're force majeure clause, and you're like, blah blah blah,
Exactly.
force majeure, whatever. Here it is.
Act of
We
God.
needed them.
Force majeure. What is
Pandemic.
force majeure stands for
I don't know. Good question.
majeure. I don't know.
It's French.
Something that you did
Something
not
major.
anticipate. Yeah.
Something big major.
So anyway,
force.
Festival of Lakes is happening in 2021. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Festival of Lakes, it's we have a pavilion that's really literally on the state line, right between Chicago and the city of Hammond, which I'm the mayor of.
20 minutes from the loop.
20 minutes from the loop. We have a free concert, 5 nights of free concerts every summer. We're actually expanding this year because we're celebrating.
We're
release from
celebrating
COVID.
the recovery.
Right, the
We're
recovery.
back.
But so we have free concerts. The only stipulation is how do we make our money? Because these bands that we book are expensive.
Not cheap.
Booze.
We make our money on booze for sure. We make
Parking.
We could gross $100,000 in a night off of booze alone, right?
Yeah.
As a former bartender, yes, you definitely.
But when you
100%
aggregate
can.
all the different bartenders, it's literally like $100,000.
There's at least 50 working in one area at
Right,
one time.
and obviously the drinks are super cheap, but we're having a freaking concert.
They're reasonable.
Yeah,
They're no more than you'd pay at a regular concert,
Right.
and probably actually less.
It's less
Tell
than
you
you'd
the
pay
truth.
in a
Agreed.
Chicago concert,
Right, John? Right?
Very reasonable.
But they're
Absolutely.
not super cheap. I mean, we have to
No.
make our money somehow. You can't just
I forget what it is a beer.
Cheaper than
$6 a
Tinley
beer,
Park.
but $8 a beer, whatever.
You can't
it
have
is.
these-
Cheaper than Soldier Field. For
Like
sure.
we had Ludacris. You can't have a guy like Ludacris and then have a free concert and have cheap parking and cheap drinks. You'll never make your money back. We have to make money. Our goal with the Festival of Lakes every year is to break even. I always say that. It's a good goal to have. We're not looking to gouge you, but we're not looking to lose a bunch of money either.
And in reality is, if you really want to come out for a free time, you could
you can
ride
go
your
for free.
bike.
Yeah.
Hop off your bike, lock it up,
Or-
walk into the show, not have anything to
How about
drink, and
this?
enjoy the show.
Park in another part of Hammond or park on
Yeah.
South Chicago
Walk.
and get an Uber.
Take a bus.
The problem is, though, if you Uber there and then you're expecting to Uber back, first
luck.
off, when the show's over, good luck, right?
Yes. There's
Like
a ride
Wednesday.
share a lot,
But by the way, we had a Ludacris concert. I'll never forget this night.
and it was ludicrous.
A lot of traveling people, meaning they were walking to the event. And it
Mhm.
was a beautiful summer night. It was like a humid, beautiful 80-something degree summer night. And then the weather, in the concert, the weather changed, and the crowd's out there enjoying the show. And we're watching the weather holy crap, there's going to be a total washout.
I feel like every time we have the Festival of the Lakes, there's always one day that gets
It's- I
heavily
betcha-
rained out.
There's
Every-
definitely threatening rain at
Always.
least once a year. At least
Always
one day.
threatening
Once a
rain.
year.
I don't
But
know. I wouldn't say once a year.
It doesn't
gets
get rained out,
out.
believe me.
no.
We
I
would
think
know.
the 3 years I've worked, we've had a storm every 3 years.
Well, no, you'll get a storm sometimes.
But you
in
know
the
how
street.
summer storms are.
But we
roll through.
have this
It's
insurance
scary.
policy where we monitor the rain because we get paid if it rains, and it doesn't rain. You'd be surprised how often it doesn't rain.
You'd be so surprised how often we just missed that
As soon as we
insurance claim.
Right, it'll rain, but not rain enough.
Those actuaries are smart.
Yeah,
So
they
anyway,
are.
what do we got going?
So
in
anyway,
the fest.
We're gonna announce
is killing me.
We're gonna announce our Friday night show.
They haven't even told
for the
me
Festival of
yet.
the Lakes.
I usually
This
know.
is
Friday night.
I consider this a big band. Obviously, it's a repeat. We've had them before
A while
at the
ago,
fest,
though.
a long time ago. It was one of our big bands at the time. I think honestly, every night of our show this year is a big night. So it's hard to say this is our biggest act. I don't think it is.
It's exciting for us, growing up when we did.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, so like if you're a fan of country rock, you definitely want to be listening right now because we're about to announce that REO Speedwagon is headlining Friday
Sick.
night.
What did you just say?
Boom.
Yeah,
You just
Friday
said
night.
REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon is going to be our headline act
Kevin Cronin.
on July 16th, which is Friday night at the Wolf Lake Pavilion at the Festival of the Lakes, which is great news. We're super happy about it. We've gone back and forth on Friday night. In fact, these guys, last year's fest, were not supposed to be our Friday night. We had another band that fell through because of the pandemic.
Yep.
They're going to be touring in Europe or something, but
Oh,
REO
yeah.
Speedwagon is committed, and we're super
Nice, John.
thrilled and psyched about it. We do have more bands to announce. We're going to be slow rolling them, but is the
Should have at least one band next week, the week of the 19th, if not two. We're working on them.
is the Go Hammond going to start rolling this out? Today
Yeah,
about-
so actually just real important, if you're interested in VIP experience upgrades, go to festivaloftheLakes.com. They are live to sell those
Could you
passes
explain what
right
that
now.
is?
Yeah, sure. So actually, thanks to all the staff that worked on this at the Park Department and at the Port Authority and everywhere else, festivaloftheLakes.com is your one-stop shop for everything Festival of the Lakes. You can get a VIP experience upgrade as of right now. You pay $75 and you get an upgrade in where you can sit. It's right in front of the stage. Not sit. You stand right in front of the stage. There are some limited
You'll
seats
never be
in there.
closer. I mean,
never
really.
be closer. That's right. And it's $75 a ticket. Go in. There's also access to other bathrooms, things like that, discounted
special
drinks,
lines
and
for
away we go.
drinks.
Yep,
stuff
special
like
lines
that.
for drinks. Yeah.
What about
access
behind
to
the
a
stage?
bar?
Access.
No, VIP experience back upgrade. You're up front on the stage. So
Right.
yep, right up front.
Is the area behind the stage open?
No, there is not.
Okay. Anyway,
That's
so
Mayor. That's sponsors.
sponsors.
Sponsors,
My bad.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
Sponsor
My bad.
So there is.
I thought you guys made a command decision.
We did
on
not.
me, so-
We do not make command decisions.
Because
Dad
the
got
Festival of Lakes,
mad.
he got his eyes rolling.
That's his place.
I was like, we're gonna have
where
to
he
talk.
hangs
Here we go.
out.
No, but like that's where I hang out. No, but like honestly, I think one of the things that makes the fest great, and it's different from even the concerts we have, is you could go behind the stage with the sponsor in the sponsors. area.
Yeah, every one of the sponsors.
For the
sure.
sponsors that donate, I mean, there's
Yeah,
some
it's
companies
significant.
donate 10 grand, 20 grand towards our shows,
Yep.
and they get special access that you'll never get. I mean, you can't get that at the United Center. You can't
So,
get that in Chicago.
Hook
Like,
up with a sponsor.
where you could
and
literally
get
go
access.
from before the stage, you could walk behind the stage, watch the concert from behind the stage, have a couple drinks, and then you can walk around back up front if you want. Some people just hang out behind the stage the whole time.
And I'll tell you, VIP experience passes, which is what we just talked about at festivaloftheLakes.com, those are unbelievable too, because you'll never get access like that.
I thought the VIP experience had the same access as the sponsors.
Nope.
That's not true.
Nope, not true.
Okay. All
Not
right.
true. But no, you get front of the stage access, hang out, you get access to a private bar, things like that. It's great.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, man. I mean, so you're going to be hearing over the next few shows. We have 6 nights lined up right now, which is unusual. And we were actually toying with the idea of a full week.
Yes, 6 nights are pretty much done.
Yeah,
Yep,
pretty much done.
pretty much done.
Right.
You're gonna kill your bartenders, I swear.
Well, we could get more. I mean,
They get tips.
I'll be out there every night. I'll be out there every night. I mean, like it's hard for me to feel sorry for people when I'm out there working just as hard as everybody. I mean, it's a once a year thing, and we didn't have it last year.
Your
So
voice is usually gone by Wednesday, and this year
my voice is usually gone by
Tuesday.
Wednesday or Thursday for sure. It's gone.
So
Because
what
I'm a
day are we
dumbass,
starting?
too.
Are we starting on Tuesdays or
Right now.
Tuesday right now. So
And
we'll
we're
get
aiming
right now.
for a Monday show too.
Uh-oh.
We're thinking.
We're
We have
It's a
put it this
school
way.
night.
We have a big band lined up for Tuesday, big time. It's
we're
like
looking forward to announcing
shocking.
it.
We're going to shock the world with
Yeah,
that band,
it's gonna be
right?
good.
And now we
Whoa.
have Monday offers made. So I guess another announcement that we're doing on this show is yes, we definitely have 6 days lined up for the fest, which is the first time ever that we're doing more than 5 days. We usually do Wednesday to Sunday. So we're doing Tuesday. We already have a band confirmed, and it's big, and we'll be making an announcement soon.
Just waiting on the signed contract.
Huge.
I think there's going to be a lot of
People happy.
country music fans
Whoa.
Whoa,
Well,
Uh-oh.
that are going
was
to be
a-
happy about the
Is
Tuesday
country
night
night
band.
back? Whoa.
They're going to be happy about the Tuesday night band. Let's just put it that way. It could be Southern Fried Rock. It could be country. It could be
It's
a
up
lot of
there.
things.
That's
It
right.
could be Dan Willie Nelson. Right?
You don't know.
It could be Charlie Daniels.
It could be, but
It can't be
no,
Charlie
he's dead.
Daniels.
Not going to be Charlie
He's
Daniels.
dead.
I
I'm going to
agree.
say no on Charlie Daniels.
That would be really cool, though.
That would be
right?
By
If
the
we
way,
had Charlie
Back to
Daniels.
the hologram.
I'd
That
be.
would be very
He was one of my
scary.
favorite acts at the fest.
He was a
Charlie
nice
Daniels.
person. He was a very
He
nice
gave
person.
you that hat, right?
Yeah, he gave me a
Can I
a
borrow
cowboy
that hat for country night?
Yeah.
Sick.
All right,
It says-
Liz.
It's a, by the way, what a nice man. Charlie Daniels.
Great
Oh,
guy.
yeah. Super-
Humongous Trumper.
super
This was before
nice.
Trump was president. He was a huge Trumper, which is probably another reason.
We'll
John
forgive him
likes
for that.
No, but he was a very sweet person.
Real good guy. And played in the rain, by the way.
Played in the rain. Just a sweet guy. Just a professional. And sent me a hat, man. I mean,
Nice.
never
Marissa
had a
says,
hat.
I think you
It's a
should
nice
celebrity bartend one night to see how hard it is.
I know.
My wife backing me up. You know, you gotta love it.
Dad's like, I work just as hard as everybody
I
else
work my butt
in
off
the
during the
sponsor tent
No, I work.
with my
I get
double
dragged
vodka
in
on the rocks.
He
He does all kinds of stuff.
I am drinking Red Bull
You
and
do all
vodka
kinds
usually.
of stuff during the fest.
I am. I'm usually like completely stressed.
All right,
during the
Lindsay,
fest.
do your spiel. Let's go.
All right.
We got things to do today.
Yeah, I don't want to we passed up REO pretty quickly, moved on to other parts of the fest, but they're one of my favorite bands, guys. I mean, they're amazing.
Let me tell you, I agree
John's
with John.
in.
We are. No, let me tell you one thing that I remember about REO. We had them one time at the fest.
Yes.
This was 12 or 13
I was
years
going to
ago.
say at least
this is a long
at
time.
least 10 years ago.
I remember when we brought them back. First off, they went through a resurgence.
Right about that time.
I think we were part of the resurgence. We brought them to the Festival of Lakes, and it was, I think, at the time, it was definitely our biggest crowd ever. I still think it might be one of the biggest
beautiful.
crowds
I just
we've
remember
ever
it being
had.
a great night. They hung around after the show. They're busted and leave for a couple hours. So
I remember Pat Sr., who's unfortunately passed, a real
Mm-hmm.
good friend of all of ours. Pat Moore Sr., who was head of the Parks Department at the time, took me up in the Ferris or the merry-go. No, what is that?
Ferris
wheel.
Ferris wheel, just so I could see the traffic coming in. I'll never forget it.
That's cool. I remember
was-
Kathy Pasalic, who also has passed away, our former councilwoman.
that's horrible.
I know.
Horrible.
She
Two of
brought
our
all
good
her
friends.
REO albums, and like Kevin Cronin, the
Yeah.
guy signed them. It was great. Really cool. Very
I've seen
cool.
them multiple times. They're
Yeah,
so good.
they're good in
Everybody
concert.
knows their songs.
Yeah,
It's
they're
amazing.
they're from the Chicagoland area, right?
Roll with the changes, John.
Right?
can't
Are they
fight
from the Chicagoland area?
No.
I
no,
thought
no,
they
no.
were.
No.
Anybody know where they're
Gonna
from?
I want to say
Google.
California.
Yeah,
I was
you know
thinking
what?
California.
Yeah.
too.
They're
Okay.
not. They're not local.
Yeah.
All right, Lindsay.
They're
trying
from
to-
Champaign, Illinois.
What? Tom,
Holy.
Get the hell out of here.
I am
Get out of
You
here.
guys are doubting me.
I am
I wasn't.
constantly
You're doubting
constantly
me.
shocked by
Music.
your
I
music
know. I am a
knowledge.
music person.
I give it to you
Yeah,
again.
I swear. I thought they
Good
were.
work.
Yeah.
U of I.
were.
All right.
Yeah.
Champagne.
All right,
Yeah.
Lindsay. We're
Cal-
You know what? They
Can
may
I
have
go?
the third try.
They
Can
may
I-
have told me that actually.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What about...
What?
Never mind. We're moving forward.
We're moving.
Moving on.
We keep
Moving
going over
along.
my-
We're
my-
trying
Name
to
another.
move
Name
along.
another Chicago band
Chicago.
Local H.
besides Chicago.
Cheap
Local
Trick.
H. Cheap Trick. Sticks.
Uh,
Sticks.
yes, Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Did you turn off my microphone?
John, what do you
I
got?
did.
I was producing over here. I wasn't.
Yeah.
yeah.
Chicago. How about this?
Chicago.
What's it?
That was my first one.
What's the rapper? Jeez, oh Pete. Common.
Chance.
Chance the Rapper.
Common's not from here. He just lives here.
Common's
Is he
not
from
from
here?
Chicago. He's from Chicago.
I'm giving up.
I know
on
he lives here.
keeping
He
us on
came
time
to the
today.
Hammond Marina when I worked there.
We're not on time. We're a podcast.
We're never on
We can go
time.
3
You're
hours
listening
if
to
we
Left
want.
of Center, where we cover everything
she
from
goes.
politics
Thank you,
to
Linz.
important events of the day in the Midwest and the nation, all while having way too much fun while doing it. If you can't get enough of us, follow us on Facebook at Left of Center Podcast, or follow us on Twitter at Left of Center or LOCPOD LOCPOD. If you cannot listen in live, you can download our episodes from the Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio apps. Just search Left of Center.
She
Look
looks
for our
so
red and
cute.
blue logo.
You look so cute.
I am not cute. I'm cool as heck.
You look so
I think
cute.
cute.
On the Lindsay
Yeah.
page.
What's
Do you guys-
the
do you like
band
my
shirt?
shirt?
So cute. Look at
Let me
you.
get
This
rid of
is-
this overlay here.
This is my Coheed and Cambria shirt. I saw them twice.
Nice.
All right.
They're really good.
Awesome.
Oh,
Lindsay
Kanye.
Cam.
That's right, Kelly. Kelly
Kanye.
Reed.
Darn it.
Kanye.
Thank you, Kelly. Kanye.
One of
Bingo.
my favorites. How could we forget?
I love your
There's
Kanye
got to.
hat.
We're missing
Yeah, man.
rock bands too. There's got to be so many rock.
Many,
bands.
many. They'll go on the chat.
Yeah.
Sticks.
I already said
You
that.
said that. Done.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
You're late.
All right. You want to do first our
Sure.
big sponsor, our number one?
I did it last time.
Do it. They want you.
Okay.
They want the locomotive.
Powering America. I need somebody to power my toilet at my house. By the way.
Wow.
That's not for an
You.
electrician. That's not for an
No,
electrician,
seriously,
by the
like
way.
Powering America.
That's a plumber.
They're electricians. I get that.
Dad, your
but I need a
toilets have-
Powering America
Plumber?
plumbing equivalent.
Dad's toilets have sucked for a decade. So.
It's just a chain.
I'd blame
and
your
the chain is
grandfather
freaking
then. It's his
impossible.
house.
No. Well, yeah.
It's too
no,
expensive
like,
to replace all of the toilets.
it's just a
so they're
chain.
just-
The chain's a pain in the ass to put in.
It's not that hard. Go
Okay,
buy
why
it.
don't
It's
you come
$3.
on over and why don't you power my toilet? Right.
I mean,
Power your toilet. Hydraulics powers your toilet, father.
Powering my toilet.
Title
Anyway.
of the episode.
If you don't need someone to power your toilet, but you need someone to be an electrician,
I
we
need
have
somebody to
Powering America.
Powering America is Northwest Indiana's home source for a trusted electrical professional. So obviously they couldn't help me on that. They could help me with 90% of the problems in my house, but this one I'm on my own. But Powering America, I've had these people to my house before, and they're educated, they're professional, they're drug tested. You
They know what they're doing.
They have a boss, and that's one thing I always say is like if you bring like a regular individual into your house, they may be smart, but you don't have any idea what this person's background is.
Well,
they
if
could
you-
have felony, they could be
That's right.
fraudsters. I mean,
if you have the electrical union kind of licensing you,
Yeah.
right? You have somebody to report to, and they're not going to. The last thing they need is complaints, right? Like, oh, this guy didn't do a good job for me. It's going to be like, you want to keep your card,
Right.
mister? You want
Right.
to keep your right?
but that's the bottom line is they have a boss, Kevin.
I agree.
Right? They go through apprenticeship programs. So like by the time you get one of these electricians into your house, they've been vetted, through a years long process. They've been drug tested. They're not felons. I mean, so this is important stuff. we're
Yeah. Do you
talking
want a
about.
lawyer that like passed the bar? Or do you want somebody that's thinking about going to law school?
Right. Good call, Kevin. Powering America is Northwest Indiana's source for a trusted electrical professional. If you are a developer looking for a large-scale electrical contractor, Powering America can help take the guesswork out of finding a professional you can trust. Their select network of electrical contractors are committed to employing local electricians that have successfully completed a certified apprentice training program registered with the Indiana Department of Labor. You don't get that with regular small businesses.
Nope.
These people have been through a years-long apprenticeship process. All employees are held to a high standard of professionalism, expertise, and knowledge, and all of their contractors are licensed, bonded, and insured. If you would like more information about your electrical needs, visit Powering America today at certifiedelectrician.com.
That's awesome.
Certifiedelectrician.com.
And John,
Thank you
thanks for putting that up. John put it up on the screen.
Thank
There
you
it
for
is.
sponsoring our show to Powering America.
Yeah,
We appreciate
absolutely.
you.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is back. They're the gold standard of
Hey.
Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. The Martinez model for success has always been responsive customer service, great tasting products with an authentic Mexican taste and high quality standards. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise. You want to know my Spanish word for the day I learned yesterday?
Sure.
Embarazada.
Embarrassed?
Pregnant.
Say that again. Embarazada?
Embarazada.
Why did you
Embarazada?
learn this?
Someone was
pregnant in
someone
your
was
life?
pregnant, and I said, how do you say that in Spanish?
Huh.
Embarazada.
¿Cómo se dice pregnant en español?
Embarazada.
Muy bien.
Sounds like empanada, but
That's Spanish one kicking in, baby.
look at you
¿Cómo se dice?
showing off again.
How do you say?
I got it. How do you say?
They're both things with things inside them. So
There you go.
Huh.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good job, Lindsay.
yeah.
Good
So
analogy.
Kevin got a call yesterday saying I'm empanzada.
What does empensada mean?
Wait, what
Who
did you
is
say?
calling you? Who is-
Embarazada.
Embarazada.
Who's pregnant?
Yes,
Jana's
embarazada.
pregnant? Why
No,
is she
Jana's
speaking?
no.
Why is she speaking Spanish to you?
Must be my Mexican girlfriend.
No.
Embarazada.
Hello,
Uh-oh.
hello,
One of your
Jana.
sons pregnant?
Lisa?
No one's pregnant in my family.
Lisa.
No one is pregnant in my family.
Lisa speaks Spanish too.
Yeah, she does.
What was
Lisa.
Eva's code name?
You
We
have
gotta
been
get
helping
Eva
her with
back in the
Bumble.
studio.
Lisa was on vacation. so-
I know.
Lisa-
I
Lisa
miss
is
her.
not pregnant
I saw
either.
her for the first time yesterday in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
Kevin, you are the father, says Tate Villarreal.
Oh no,
No.
Kevin's got issues.
I'm done with those. I'm
Yeah,
done with
right.
having kids.
I have 3 boys. It's enough.
That's right.
I'm done.
Grisolia's Concrete was voted #1 in the Times Best of the Region 2020. That was last year. The pandemic. Let's see if he can carry it 2 years in a row. Bernie Grisolia. I'm saying his name right now. But it was last
Are
year.
you?
We haven't found out 2021 results yet. I'm sure Bernie
Gotta
Grisolia.
be right up there.
I imagine.
I like how you've changed your pronunciation.
I'm embarrassed.
You're on
I've
it
known
now.
this guy. I've known this guy for freaking 20 years, and I've been pronouncing his last name wrong. For
Bernie
20
sent me a
years.
text. He's like, "Thank you." He was like, "Thanks for the shout out."
That's
man."
horrible. I've been pronouncing his name wrong for 20 freaking years.
That's what he's Bernie's such a nice guy.
I know he
just
is,
lets
dude.
you
That's
pass.
nice. Like it'd be him calling me like McDonald or something like that the whole time, and I'd be like, for 20 years,
It's okay,
like,
Bernie.
Yeah, McDonald's close enough, right? It's like embarrassing because I love Bernie. So
And he
anyway,
does a great job, by the
Yeah.
way.
At least
Who
he get his
doesn't love
first
Bernie?
name right.
yeah,
Bernie's such a likable
It's
guy.
not like Chilandler Bean or something, you know.
Yes, it's not.
he was voted #1 in the Times Best of the Region in 2020, and he specializes in all of your concrete projects. Grisolia's has been using the original cement finish in California style since 1972 and also offers stamped and colored concrete. For more information on a project or a quote, call Grizzolias.
It's going to be fun all year.
219-659-4127. That's 219-659-4127. California style, we've learned in the last show, is separate pours on one large. So if you have one large driveway, they'll have like 6 different pours in that one
So if
large
it cracks,
driveway.
you just got to do the one.
Lots of
California style.
squares.
Love it.
Yeah.
They're always,
Like
ahead,
in
of, they're always
this
ahead of the
room.
game in California.
I agree.
Lots of squares.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outside patio, which I hear is about to expand. Perfect.
John and I have a bet on
for
California.
well, it's coming.
We're
We're
gonna
going to
talk
talk all
about
about
that's right.
California. That was
We
my
have
that was
enough-
my
we have
tease.
four-
That
we
is a
have
good
four-
tease.
That was my tease.
It would have
For
been
an-
better if it was closer to the
Well,
actual bit.
If you keep cutting them off,
for
you'll never
enjoying,
get to it. though.
Agreed. For enjoying its finely crafted ales, lagers, and chef-driven food. Brewing equipment on our production side offers a unique backdrop for your private event like bridal and baby showers, reunions, and corporate events. Conveniently located just off 8094 in the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Come by and enjoy Byway's award-winning beers, an unbeatable menu. I heartily recommend the walleye, which they had on the menu.
Did you say hardly or heartedly?
Heartily.
I
Heartily.
recommend. I hardly recommend the
No,
walleye.
thank you, John. Heartily.
Just wanted to
Heartily.
make that
I
clear.
heartily. Who
Yes.
uses that word?
Heartily.
I heartily recommend.
We're in the
Literally
Midwest.
no
Heartily
We make
recommend.
Is that how you talk in court? I heartily recommend, Your Honor.
Henceforth.
heartily.
I think we should get Dave Toth on as a.
Yeah, you said that. We're going to do it.
Why don't we get Steve on that? Is Steve watching? I
We don't
imagine.
know.
Of course, he's the
trying to make
businessman.
money.
He
remember?
watches it later.
Dave Toth, but Dave Toth should be on our show like a Friday morning.
Yeah.
I picture beer. You
I
know,
picture-
maybe he stops by Munster Donut. And,
Bring a little food in.
yeah,
some of that
that'd be
unbelievable
great, right?
food.
Well, he could just like make food at Byway and then bring it in here, and we could like eat
Oh,
and
that
drink,
pork belly. Oh,
and we'll give him shameless plugs for his business.
I'm,
like-
I'm all for it.
The best part is we'll get free stuff.
bring the poutine.
Like that's the best part of inviting somebody like Dave.
Don't give it away.
Like when we brought Drew in here, he brought in a bunch of beer and all that.
And
We
I
got
took
some-
it home.
Cocktails,
It was
right?
beer.
amazing.
Mike
Oh, that's
Andrade.
where it all went.
Yeah.
I was looking in the fridge here.
I
But
wonder if Phil's going to bring anything in.
I'm going to say no.
He's already here.
Just
Is he?
wow.
He's
No.
waiting.
I was
Yeah,
going to say
he's
just
only
Phil
like
getting
30
here
minutes early.
I think it's really rude when you go to a podcast and you don't bring donuts. I
Agreed.
think that's really rude. Like if you invite somebody as a guest to your home and they
The
walk
temptation to chew in the microphone is too great. I don't like it.
in, Munster Donuts. We should get Munster Donuts as a sponsor.
Steve brings them
I'm
every
giving
Friday. They're here on every Friday episode.
Yeah, but they're downstairs. We never see them.
Bring them up.
So pretty
Bring
much,
him-
if you want to
bring him
sponsor,
in the
just bring
studio.
us food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put you
Yeah,
on.
there you go.
For
That'll
free.
keep us in business,
We'll
John.
put you on. We'll put
Free
you on.
food gets you one.
Next thing you know, the lights will be out here.
Delicious.
Try Electronics wants to be your complete communication provider. Try Electronics has been a leader in this industry for more than 55 years and can provide your business end-to-end communication solutions. For more information, I was waiting.
Oh,
Yikes.
please.
For more information, call Try Electronics
Some
today
bad
at
reviews on that.
800-722-6793 and tell them LOCPOD sent you. Again, that's Try Electronics at 800-722-6793.
And tell them LOCPOD sent you.
Yes, sir.
Celebrate Earth Day 2021 by visiting the Challenger Learning Center of Northwest Indiana on Thursday, April 22nd. Families will explore nature and dig into science with hands-on activities that honor our home planet. For ticket and event information, visit clcnwi.com. That's Challenger Learning Center, Northwest Indiana, clcnwi.com for their April 22nd Earth Day event.
I'm going
All
to
right.
plant a tree for Earth Day this year. 'cause
Awesome.
I have a yard.
So
and I can do that.
Good for
you can
huh?
do whatever you want in your yard.
I'm going to plant a jubilee
whatever.
tree. It's going to make 4 different
Well,
kinds of apples.
There you
Really?
go. I like it.
Sick.
That's awesome.
Hey
Well-
Tom,
Yes, sir.
that Kevin reminded me, man. That $100 is all but mine.
You were drunk when you made this bet with me, and I'm going to
Always a
It
good
was
idea,
at
John.
breakfast.
Oh,
It was-
What?
why were you drunk at breakfast?
You were still drunk, and it was a horrible bet on your part.
Yeah.
And I'm busting out my knowledge of California, and I'm going to take your $100, and I'm going to.
I cannot wait for that payment. You know, when I paid,
I can't
remember when
wait
the
either.
$50 bet that I lost? I paid it right here.
You
it
did.
needs to be paid like
And I
boom.
spent it.
And you took it.
I know you were shocked.
You
that I
should
took it.
No, I wasn't.
You
I
were
was
like, God
you
dang, you
tried
took
to
it
give
quick.
it back to me after, and I
Yeah.
refused.
I know because you were like.
I was
crying.
no, I wasn't.
I could tell you were hurt.
That is not true.
It
I mean, I
is.
was hurt because of baseball. I was pissed at myself, so I was happy to pay it though.
Let's get into
Just
it
like
here.
John will be happy to pay
What's
you.
the bet? I'm
John
not
will
paying
not
the money
be.
because I'm not losing.
Oh.
Just like
Oh.
I didn't lose the Trump
Let's-
bets, but I still paid
I'm
him.
completely
Whatever.
lost right now.
John
you
bet
lost
me-
those, and you're going to lose
He
this
said
one.
Gavin Newsom's going down in California. He's not going to be the governor anymore.
It's over.
I don't know
And I was like, John.
anything about this.
Gavin. First off,
Listen
you have to
and learn.
understand.
Thanks.
California is a Democratic state, strong
Always been.
Democratic state. So like,
and
so-
importantly, getting stronger.
yeah,
as a Democratic
it's more
state.
and more Democrat each cycle.
Yeah, they're
so,
doing great over there.
I'm not saying they're doing great. I'm not saying they're doing poorly. It has nothing to do with the fact that California is a Democratic state, John. And this is why you're going to lose your bet. is it going to happen? Are we going to have a recall election? Yes, we are. All you have to do is get a certain number of signatures to have a recall election for California's Governor Gavin Newsom, who I know.
1.495 million.
Yeah, and they are getting it. It's being fed by the media. They're like, oh, they got 1 million signatures. Oh, they got 1.1 million. So it's feeding itself. Now, Kevin, could you explain the process once they actually hit the trigger and the recall election happens?
Yeah, so the Secretary of State reviews the signatures, right? And I think what it is, it's 15% of the total signatures that voted in that office's election last time. So 1.5 million is 15% of the total amount of people that voted for governor in whatever the last election was. I guess it was 2018.
Okay.
All right.
So only 10 million people voted?
Well, I don't.
Is that like their just estimation?
You know what, Lindsay? Good question. I don't know the total number of people that voted, but I'll have to look that up. Good question. So what happens is, if the signatures get certified, then it goes on the ballot. 60 to 80 days after they're certified, it has to go to the ballot.
And the question is, do you want to recall the governor?
That's the first question. Do
And
you
if
want
they
to
say
recall the
yes.
governor? And if the majority say yes, then it goes to the list of people.
Right.
So like so I was reading about
so
this.
Gavin would be out, and then there would be like 100 people to choose from, and one of those people is going to become the governor.
Last time it happened, there were 123 people
Right.
that ran, including porn stars and
Gary
other
Coleman
folks.
was
Gary
on there.
Coleman
Right, I
did.
remember this.
Larry Flint.
This is when Gray Davis was governor of California.
Correct.
There was a guy named Arnold Schwarzenegger that was a former actor that was running also, and he became the governor
And
Yeah,
I
so
heard
that was
he was pretty good at that job, too.
until he screwed his maid. knocked
Until
her
that
up,
happened.
and Badasada, the maid.
Yeah. Badasada, good job.
The maid.
Espanol.
That's
Switch
good.
to English after the first
That's
word.
good
Yeah, I
stuff.
wish I knew the maid too.
Coming full circle.
I can only go full.
Badasada,
The maid.
Los maid and Las maid. Or
So you said pregnant the maid.
La maid. Pregnant the maid.
Los maid esta embarazada. How about
There
that?
you go.
All
That's
right.
pretty good. I think you can get your point across.
There were only, by the way, the only successful recall was 2003 with Gray Davis, and
Right.
he was in the midst of a
And they did
significant
elect a
problem.
Republican.
They did. But he got, Gavin Newsom got 62% of the vote. Like when Gray Davis won,
Right.
when he won originally, he got 47% of the vote. That's the difference in how.
So let's go back
things
to
have
John
changed.
and my bet.
Yes.
So John, what's the bet again?
The bet is not will he be recalled, because that's.
What's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
happen? We all
Will there be a recall vote?
No, that
we all
can't be
know.
the bet.
We all
That's
know
gonna
that's not
happen.
that's going to happen.
It's will he lose
Gotcha.
this recall election?
And my $100
Is that a safe
says
way
no.
to put it, Kevin?
They're going to. The
Correct.
first question
Okay.
is, do you want to recall the governor? I'm saying he's going to easily win that race.
All right.
And John's saying it's going to go to one of the hundreds of other people.
Caitlyn
that are-
Jenner.
Oh, there you go. That's
Caitlyn
your,
Jenner, no.
that's who. That's
Right.
the horse that John's backing. Caitlyn Jenner.
No, I think what John's saying is he thinks Gavin's going down, and I say no way in hell. Gavin's going to win the recall. And in fact, I'm not going to put a number on it, but it's going to be over 60% of the vote.
Here's
Come on.
Here's the
Wow.
candidate.
I'm
Mary-
not
By the
gonna
way,
put a number
can I
on
br-
it, but
can I
here's
bring
the
in?
number.
Yes.
Can I bring one more thing in? The recently passed stimulus money that went to Indiana, we got like $300 million, I think, and the city of Hammond got like 50. Actually, we got way more than $300 million. I bet you Indiana got close to $1 billion. In Hammond, we all know got 50.
I think they did get $1 billion.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if Indiana got $1 billion, how much did California get?
$15 billion.
And guess how much, how that money is going to be distributed. Gavin Newsom's going to go city to city, handing out checks right before his recall election, saying, here's $500 million, city of Napa, California. And Napa, California is going to be going, holy crap, thank you, Governor Newsom, for $500 million. And by the way, he's going to be running a couple weeks later. John.
One of the interesting things,
Yeah.
John, I was reading about.
That sounds
Politics.
perfectly.
I'm not
legal.
saying it's good or not. I'm saying my guy's going to win. That's what I'm saying. And you're saying he's not going to win. I'm telling you why he is going to win.
135 people ran in the Gray Davis.
135. Right.
And so, interesting, he was mired in this, big budget issue at
Right.
the time, deficit. Gavin Newsom ended 2020 with a $15 billion surplus in California.
California-
First time in
Yes.
who knows how long.
California, before the pandemic, was loaded.
Yep.
Because, think about it. They got Silicon Valley. They got, the real estate market. And California, that's the funny thing is people in Indiana would brag about having a $2 billion surplus. California had $15 billion surplus.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And California's
And they're
always like,
devastated,
they're
yeah.
in deficit.
That's right.
They're in-
That's right.
And John, the other thing I was going to note is that I think the key, and we were talking about this earlier, is if a well-known Democrat does not get in the race, to give you an option.
Right.
Like on the Democratic side. Let's recall Gavin Newsom to elect this Democrat.
Right. Like Barack Obama was a California or
Right.
something. Right.
Right.
And or like
That,
some.
and that hasn't happened.
No. But like,
You
if they
could.
did, then I'd be in trouble on my bet.
Maybe a little more trouble.
I think
right?
Gavin Newsom's pretty well liked in the Democratic Party.
I mean, he kicked butt even in the primary.
Gavin Newsom is a super liberal when he was mayor of San Francisco.
Well, I mean, you
he's
probably
super
have to
liberal.
be
In
mayor
fact,
of
he was
San
so liberal
Francisco.
when he was mayor of San Francisco because I know Gavin. We got elected the same year. Okay, he was super liberal when he was the mayor of San Francisco, and I thought there's no way in hell this guy could ever move up higher than mayor of San Francisco because he's so out there. Mm-hmm. He's so
He won statewide.
and he won statewide.
Well, he's definitely had his eye on the presidency, I would think.
For
And
sure,
John,
for
the other
sure.
thing that may cut against your bet, there have been 55 attempts to recall the California governor. Only one has been successful. So I'm not saying that's a low percentage, but it's
Okay.
a low percentage.
So I'm going to make an offer to John
I'm
right
not
now.
going to say it's low, but it's low.
We told you why you're going to lose, John, and we laid it out in a strong case on why you're going to lose.
John doesn't believe in numbers.
But what I'm
okay?
saying, I'm going to give you a chance to pull out of this right now
believe in
for
COVID.
$25. If you give me $25 right now,
Uh-oh.
I'll delete this whole bet.
It's like DraftKings. They give you like a cash out option.
You'll save $75.
No, man. If he wins, there was cheating. Let me just put that.
Of course. Here we go.
$25.
Now we're-
It's not cheating. if he
$25,
hands out
John.
A
cash.
window
No.
into John's heart.
Okay,
No, I'm in.
last offer.
I'm in for $100.
Last offer.
Yeah.
$15. I'll let you out.
Nope.
15.
I don't think he's as liked as you guys think.
I can't wait until you have to pay me.
All
this
right,
amount.
John. All
We're
your
gonna do it
California
live on air.
knowledge
I
is-
think it might violate some type of federal law, but we're going to do it anyway.
Okay.
John,
Yikes.
you're going
We're not,
down
gonna,
live
we're
on
not
air.
violating
We're gonna do it
We're not
anyway.
violating any federal law here at
Good.
LOCPOD.
That's right.
Disclaimer. All right. Is it time?
Yeah, we
No.
have a.
All right. Well.
We're just going to keep him waiting.
All right.
He
well.
deserves it.
He keeps us waiting.
Speaking of
a
like
lot.
California, did you
He
see
can
the
wait.
news in COVID this morning? By the way.
Michigan is like on fire, huh?
Well, no, they said they're going to pause Johnson & Johnson because of some blood clot
Yeah.
issues, which is crazy. So
I
everybody.
didn't get Johnson Johnson. I got Moderna.
I did. I got
Pfizer,
Moderna as well.
which means I'm better than you.
We don't want another COVID outbreak.
Right, we'll have to all start like hoarding again.
No hoarding.
Right.
We don't want to hoard toilet paper or anything like that. That was.
Did you ever hoard toilet paper?
I did not, but I did go to the store and check it out, and there was no toilet paper.
Are you serious?
It's gone. Yeah,
I'm always
During
it's
the
gone.
pandemic.
Luckily, we
Paper.
were well stocked at the house, but
Yeah,
There's
you're
only
part of the
two people
problem,
in
right?
my-
no, we were we're generally just well stocked.
That happened to us on the submarine once. I'm gonna do a sea story. This is a good one though.
We we need
sea
John. We need
story.
like some music for a sea story. We need
yeah,
a
like
little-
water sounds
Like
should
a-
be in the
like a
background.
Just
a
like
sea
an old
shanty.
sea shanty. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Lindsay.
I'm
a
on
sea
it.
shanty.
Yeah, would
Those
you do that?
Crappy accordions.
I'm going to tell you a sea story. You guys sit back and listen while I tell you
An accordion
about a toilet
sea
paper
shanty.
run.
Yes.
Now picture we're on a submarine and we're underwater.
110 guys.
You can't shoot to the local Myers and buy toilet paper. If
No,
you run
I
out.
wouldn't think so.
So you pack appropriately. You have everything packed. Like if we run out of food, we got to go back home. Like we don't run out of gas. You have a nuclear reactor. So like the limiting things are
Interesting.
things like toilet paper, things like food. You have plenty of
'Cause you have
water, you have
humans.
plenty of oxygen, you have plenty of fuel. So like you run out of food or you run out of supplies, you got to go back, right? And they
Right.
don't want you to go back. They want you to be out there.
So we're generally well supplied.
I'm going to try and
Sea
play
shanty.
this. If we get kicked. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
So anyway,
If we get kicked because of this
yeah, why don't you
song.
pull it before we get kicked? I think we get the idea.
Tom's getting distracted. The sea shanty's got him all.
Yeah. Russian Navy sings a lot of songs.
Really?
Yeah. The Russian Navy sings a lot of
I love
songs.
all
You could
these
hear
things
him
you know.
sometimes. You could hear him sometimes underwater.
Come on.
I swear to God.
Wow.
Yeah. You could hear him underwater. We were getting pretty close though.
Then you're like, you know what? We
Look,
can hear the,
if the whole-
the Russian sea
Sneaking around.
shanties.
If the
We better
whole
get out of
crew
here.
is singing a song, it's easily going to get outside of the sub. And,
That is
and
very
if anything
interesting.
gets outside of the sub, it's easy to detect from miles away.
And
Like-
Dad's sub was sneaking around Russian waters.
We were.
during.
But like you would
Desert
drop a tool
Storm.
and it would go ting, 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 all the way down. Oh, dude, everybody in the ocean could hear you. Everybody within 50 miles could hear that.
That is interesting.
So anyway, get back to the
Yes.
toilet paper.
The
So
Russian sea shanties.
we're out on a long patrol, and word gets out amongst the blue shirts, which is I was part of the blue shirt brigade. We were
The
enlisted.
toilet cleaners.
We were the toilet cleaners, but there was a word that we're running low on toilet paper. Okay.
The word got out.
1 square a day.
Yeah, they were like rationing.
Good luck.
They were like coming down, like, hey,
Don't poop.
we're running out of toilet paper, so like everybody's got to.
like the command, like over the
I don't remember exactly how it happened, but word got out that,
from the captain, or like
well,
just
like you don't want to
rumor?
run out. Can you
Word of
imagine?
mouth.
You're
Must have been
underwater.
rumor.
You got to like use your socks. You got
Oh,
things
boy.
still gonna happen if you don't have toilet paper.
Use your sheets.
So what happens?
Use your
This is like a
drawers.
run on a bank. Like if word gets out in the community that your bank is about to go under, what happens?
You pull all your money out.
Everybody does the
Does a
same
run.
thing. Everybody does a run on the bank. Give me all my money right now, and the bank it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy because the bank doesn't have enough money to satisfy everybody's needs. They need it right then, and the bank folds, right? So what happens when you have 150 squids underwater and then word gets out amongst the squids that we're running out of toilet paper?
Now, where's the toilet paper usually kept?
We have like stores and like, you know, you would run out and then you would go to like the supply officer and say, hey, we need more toilet paper for this head over here. And they give you like 20 rolls and you put it in there. And but like, so once word gets out that we're running low on toilet paper,
Everyone's like, there's no toilet paper in this bathroom. Give me
like
some.
I personally probably I had enough toilet paper to last me like 9 months, right? So everybody does the
You're
same
part of the
thing.
problem.
I was. Everybody got, I'm not going to go dirty downstairs.
what do you do with it?
know? Well,
Like,
you
what-
hide it. You hide it in the sub, like places where I would know. Submarine's huge. Like I would hide it in like the engine room. I'd put it like behind it, motors and stuff like that. If I had to take a crap and there's no toilet paper, I know where there's some toilet paper and it's
Electrician
Tom's toilet
McDermott's
paper.
stash.
We
Jeff-
all stashed. And then when we ran out of toilet paper, and then the captain had to get involved. And the captain's like, listen, we had like 500 rolls yesterday. We have 0 today.
So
like,
put them back.
Put them back, everybody. And we're like reluctantly giving toilet paper
Like
rolls
two back. 2 of your 9.
Yeah, it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the moral of the story is this. You have to have confidence in the system, right?
That's right.
Like we had no confidence when they told
Early
us.
on.
They said, are we running out of toilet paper? No, we have plenty of toilet paper. And we didn't believe them. So
No,
we
that's
stole all the toilet paper, and it was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
There was no toilet paper.
You
Yeah.
got to have confidence in the system. That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. Good
Jeff
story.
Cardwell said, "Always had extra Charmin in my rack before leaving for deployment. You don't know how rough and how
Thank
you don't
you,
know
Jeff.
rough until you've had Navy toilet paper."
Oh,
Maybe
brought
toilet
his
paper.
own.
Oh, yeah. It's rough and tough and doesn't take shit from anybody.
Oh,
Boom.
I think you've heard that before.
That was a common, yeah.
We love that. All right, get Phil in here.
All right,
That was Phil here?
He's here.
he's been here for like a half hour.
I'm
A
surprised.
half hour?
Well, that means he should
He's
have
never
more than
early.
enough time to bring us
Munster
something.
donut? Yeah. I can't wait. I love the pink ones.
That's a good thing.
Hey, Phil, you bought your Munster donuts, right? Awesome.
I'm going to say no.
I don't see
Unless
a
he
box.
ran out. I
don't
mean,
see a box.
hey, Phil's on, and then
Hey,
like,
man,
it
what's
takes
up?
like 40 minutes to get in here.
He brought.
That's what's good about Phil. He's right, gets
What
right
is
in
it?
the
You
show.
brought gummies?
Phil, I think those were in the conference room.
Are those
for the
edibles?
You brought
green room.
gummies?
Kevin's
You brought
hard
gummies?
candy.
Are those from Illinois?
I brought you guys some hard candies from the
I
northern
think those are in our
shores
green room.
of Guatemala.
Those,
You're welcome.
Those have always been in the
Oh,
green
God.
room.
those
I
are. Yeah.
Don't know
Those
what you're
are
talking
hard.
about.
Yeah, they're hard.
I thought they were
He
gummies.
said hard candies.
Yeah.
I thought they were gummies.
No.
No, they're from Guatemala. They're called pung
Use your
chow.
toilet paper that you
And
stored there.
I hope you guys enjoy them.
Thanks, Phil.
I'd never
I like
walk
Munster
in
donuts way better.
empty-handed.
Right.
You know.
Those are from Kevin's conference room.
Yeah.
By
Throw
the way,
those
I heard the good
headphones on.
news.
About-
That we're having a surprise visit from Charlie Daniels at the
Yeah.
festival.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
He's headlining
That
Monday.
that is fun.
That'll get people out.
Oh, they're gonna come.
It's gonna.
To see
Devil
that.
went
They're
down
gonna
to
Seeing
come.
Georgia.
Dead Man.
Yeah.
Seeing Devil comes down to Georgia.
Lastly, I'm not bilingual, but I believe the word you were looking for is pregnencia.
He looked it up before
yeah,
he got
true.
in here.
Yes.
It's nice.
Pregnancy.
You have Google. Congratulations.
Right.
How's it going, man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
You look fresh.
I feel good.
How's your butt feel?
This chair's a little low, but I
Well,
feel
move
good.
it up.
Hey man, throw those headphones on.
We had to talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
do I need them?
That's
This is
always
a professional
helpful.
You
operation.
act like this is the
Belly
first time you've been
button
in here.
On the
Oh,
blue dot.
Phil's looking good.
So
Amateurs.
basically, audience, we're gonna we just, and I know Lindsay's gonna be completely annoyed with this, but we had
Most women will.
we went on a long road
Can't
trip.
Wait.
It was a 5.5 hour road trip, and
Which isn't overly long, but it was
I
fun
made
enough.
sure to tape record parts of it. Nobody realized I was taping. I was just like silently like
It's
holding
nice
my
to
phone
know
up.
the mayor's like just.
I was taping
I think this
it.
happens every day at City Hall.
I got some real good
He's
stuff on you,
silently
Kevin.
taping.
I'll be talking with Jana after the show. Actually,
good.
like some of the stuff that came out was
Perfect.
shocking to me.
Perfect.
But her and I will talk about it
Thank
after
you.
the show, right? But I thought it was really funny, so I shared with John, and we made sure that, like, because Phil was saying a lot of things that were, really over the edge, and we made sure we didn't
Off
want
color.
to, we didn't want to ruin his career. So like, we made sure to cut all that stuff out. and
Tom's
just,
not
like, get-
kidding. But
No,
Thank you guys.
Basically,
For
we
looking out for
John
me.
and I
That's what you get for
edited.
bringing hard candy in.
Yeah.
I let John
Guatemala.
know. I let John know after that we edited down the tape a little bit. We, just want to give you guys a flavor of what the road trip was like, and I think it's
Got
funny.
rid of the worst parts.
Oh, definitely. We got rid of some of the stuff that would have got all of us in trouble. So,
So let's set up the situation, right?
trip.
The situation, John. First
tell
of
us
all,
about this road trip.
Yes, number one, kudos to John Vesmar for actually driving out to Arizona in his vehicle, because then we had a vehicle to take us from Phoenix to Las Vegas. That was the trip.
Was
Phoenix,
that
Las
a day
Vegas.
and a half
which was
drive?
unusual, but
Five
we
guys,
appreciated it.
5 guys,
4
which
hours.
was nice, John. 5 guys loaded in John's, small SUV. So the number one issue that Tom stressed out about before I even landed was, will we have enough room for luggage?
We would
bigger
not.
than
The
his
answer
last
was
car.
we would have until Phil showed up.
No, we would not have. Even if
Then Phil came with his big bag.
Well, I had a big bag. That was the problem. I was on an 8-day trip.
Well, we shipped your bag home.
But we didn't plan to do that until we saw Phil's bag. Phil's bag. Phil packs he has
Way
high
too
heels
much.
and stuff like
Yes.
that. He has to put in there, right?
Hard candies.
I'm not sure why I came in this morning.
True
That's all right.
story. Phil
You showed up so we could talk crap about you.
Phil was aware of the luggage situation, the potential that we wouldn't have enough room
And he
before
was
he
told.
flew out. Yeah, he was told. So what did Phil do?
Phil's like, I'm
he
leaving.
brought multiple pairs of shoes for a 2-day trip.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? Perfect epitome. He had multiple pairs of flip-flops.
Yeah, 2 pairs of flip-flops were in
Who
Phil's
has 2
bag.
pairs of flip-flops?
And,
I
and by
do.
the way, I have to say this. On Sunday, when I saw Phil, we were together. I said to Phil, you have to pack light. I'm bringing a duffel bag and a backpack. That's it. He said,
had a
I got
small
it.
bag.
I'm in.
That
I'm
was
in.
a small bag.
It
that
was
I brought
not a
with me.
small bag. That
It
was
was-
like a medium-sized luggage.
It was so big.
Almost tiny.
He had to switch bags with John Kennedy. John Kennedy flew back with Phil's bag,
Right.
so that Phil could have a small.
And
bag.
I had to send my stuff home via U.S. mail.
Do you have the photo, John, of the? Are we going to play the
You
clip
guys
first?
have a photo of my bag?
We have a photo
Of the
the
contents.
of the packing.
We have the
Oh.
contents on photo, and you have a lot of explaining to do.
John, how do you want to do this with the audio, or you want to do the photo first?
Yeah, let's. Well, the audio. We show the photo with the audio.
All right, let's
He
do
put
it.
it in a video format.
Here we go.
This is chapter 1 of the lost tapes from this road,
Lose them.
this road trip. All right, here we go.
I am not 10 years old. I don't belong on the middle of a hump in the backseat of a fucking car.
Are your legs on the hump?
It's the chief of staff position. Chief of staff,
Your
exactly.
legs are on the hump. You didn't put them.
This is
Nice
punishment. This is punishment for packing like you did.
This is the shit,
Thank you,
dude.
Kevin. That's a good point.
Nice.
Five pairs of shoes.
I agree.
Five pairs of
Two fucking pairs
Two
of
pairs of
flip-flops.
I get down with
Sorry, I'm not supposed to cuss.
lead singers. That was
Yeah, swear jar.
I told him, Lindsay. There
There's
it is.
there's
Look
gonna
at
be a
that
lot of
vehicle.
curse counting on this.
First
of all-
counters at 3.
So
actually,
Phil's big bag, or Phil? No, I don't know which one's Phil's bag at that point because he got the little one from Kennedy.
Yeah, let me go back. It's the one bottom right.
That's his
right.
small bag.
That was this Phil's
Bottom right. By the
Everybody
way, he was on a
knows.
2-day trip.
He said 5 pairs of shoes he brought.
Everybody
one's
knows
yours,
you
Dad?
need pool flip-flops and you need walking flip-flops.
Not everybody
Not on
knows
this
that.
trip.
I don't
No,
know.
Not
that.
on this
I don't
trip.
know that.
Don't.
I have a pair of flip-flops.
But we did make
don't
Phil
even
For all
sit.
occasions,
We
by the
made
way.
Phil sit
I paid.
bitch.
You have fancy flip-flops.
I paid for it, didn't I? I mean, that was the worst
Phil complained.
driving trip of my entire life.
Consistent.
I
That's not an
offered-
exaggeration.
Phil was sitting middle in the back seat.
we
and
referred
for
to, in the
5.5
80s,
hours.
we referred to that as sitting bitch.
Chad
Right.
is hating on Phil right now, man, for this luggage thing.
Yeah.
God. See, this is all exaggerated.
By the
just so
way,
that people
Phil-
out
It
there
is
know.
not.
Okay.
Phil is
It's
known
not.
for overpacking.
It's true. Everybody who knows Phil knows he overpacks.
Okay, so
we
anyway.
still love you though.
That was the first part. As you can tell, Kevin and I are like brothers, and like sometimes we fight like brothers. And this was like, Kevin was extremely grumpy on this trip. Like right off the bat, I was like, God damn, Kevin, you're being grumpy as hell today, right? And he was just like a grumpy old man, like, we gotta get there right now. I was like, we're 10 minutes into the trip, and he's pissed off already.
I have a
So-
defense, but
Yeah, so
We'll
the
listen
next
first.
segment is I just got a little clip of how grumpy Kevin was being. We had to deal with this crap for 5.5 hours.
it's
so.
not true.
He's touching or something.
No, I'm
What's going
good.
on, man? Okay.
Good. No, you're good.
Because you sound like a little bitch, dude.
What did I say?
You and Tom are just like going at it, man. I don't know what's
Kevin's
going on.
fucking grumpy,
I
dude.
am not. I didn't say anything about
So
my
you're not grumpy. Okay, all right.
We're 10 minutes into our fucking trip, and he's
And we've gone 2 miles.
Phil,
You sound grumpy.
So I was because here. Okay,
He
here,
was grumpy.
Anybody who, especially maybe being a dad or just being in, you've gone on family trips, you've gone on things. This is what happened. We're ready to pull out. We're going. We finally got that car packed, as you saw. We're all crammed in.
We had
and
no
then
room.
We're ready to roll. John's ready to roll. I mean, he's ready. And all of a sudden, 4-right. Can we stop at the convenience store? This is like a half mile in.
4-right's he's the worst.
Then he gets to the convenience store. He brings so much shit into the car, which we don't have room for.
Right.
And then about a mile and a half later, hey, Tom goes, hey, I got to stop and go to the bathroom.
We had to
What
get
did-
gas
What
anyway.
did we do back at the hotel, guys? Why didn't we? John's gassed up. He's ready to roll. It was like 3 stops in the first 4 miles.
First off, I acknowledge Kevin's right about 4-right. He's ridiculous, okay? Like, he goes into a convenience store, he'll be there 25 freaking minutes.
It It was
right?
ridiculous. So
And he'll like talk to random people in there. You're like, dude,
yes.
we're on a road trip, right?
we gotta go. Let's go.
Like he's talking to like a random lady, like having a conversation. I'm like, dude. So I didn't go to the bathroom there, but we had to get gas.
and then it was like a mile and a half. You're like, hey, John, pull over here at this gas
No,
station.
we pulled
Yes.
in for gas,
Yes.
and I'm like, since we're here, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
Freaking
That was,
Kevin
like,
had a
within 5
damn
minutes.
nerve out. You're going to the bathroom. It's like,
And wait, this is also one of my favorites. So Phil buys special beef jerky because he couldn't eat didn't want the beef jerky that Mrs. By the way, kudos to Mrs. Vesmar for packing us some good snacks
Yes.
on the road.
Mrs.
Yes.
Mama
But
B.
so then Phil gets the beef jerky, gets in, and I'm bitching. I'm definitely grumpy. And then he starts complaining about the beef jerky. he bought.
Unbelievable.
Remember
You know
that?
what, Kevin? I
What
love
was
how you
wrong
said
with
we're
it?
all crammed in.
Yes.
But there's only one adult male that is crushed between two other adult males.
There's
but
the picture.
But poor you, we were all crammed in.
Did you buy bad beef jerky?
I mean, look at
you
that
had
picture.
a
Look
seatbelt.
how happy you look.
You had a
my God.
seatbelt.
You can't even tell how uncomfortable
and I made
it was.
sure he
It didn't
buckled in,
look that.
folks.
You look very comfortable.
There was a
Oh.
hump in the middle. My feet couldn't even sit straight. They were like spread out like this. One was higher, one was lower. It was the most uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, go
By
ahead.
the way,
Poor
this
Phil, you were
picture.
stuck in between these two.
By the
men,
way,
too.
Yes.
That's right.
Talk about representing IU.
But Kevin was
like
crammed
hat,
in.
Hat and shirt.
He's grumpy because he's crammed in. That's what
I don't look grumpy in that photo.
No,
No,
you
you
don't,
smiled in that photo, but
This picture tees up the next chapter. Okay, take a look at where everybody's at. Right,
Yeah.
myself and Ford are in the front, and then those three in the back.
we did that on purpose. John and Mike, we wanted to put the bigger guys up front because we knew we were going to smash three in the back, right? So I was playing this game. Like 4-8 felt bad because he was in the front seat,
He had
right?
so much shit with him.
He had like, of course, 4-8 has
Bags
like
and
50
bags.
things all the time, right? So he's in the front seat, and I was playing this funny game where I kept asking him to move up and acting like I was cramped. Dude, I had 12 inches between my leg and the front of his seat, and I had him so crammed up against his seat.
And you were like, move up a little bit.
Mike, move up! I'm smashed back here, and we're laughing our ass off because I have like 6 to 12 inches between my leg and his seat, and 4-8 was just jammed up against
The
the front.
best part about it
He
was
did
you
that
did
for
it
like an
slowly.
hour.
He's so
He was sitting there
nice.
like the whole time, like totally cramped up.
hour.
He's
And
such
I was
a
chilling in
massive
the back.
guy. Be
The-
nice
the
to
question is,
him.
did he become as cramped as Phil?
So
I was actually enjoying it. It was fun to see Dr. Mike getting
Commiserate.
smushed.
we were
And
laughing our ass off
Yeah,
because
that
I
was
was like,
funny.
Mike, a little bit more, and he'd like and he was like smashed up against the.
It was like you were in the emergency row of an airplane. You had so much room in
I
front
had
of you.
so much room. It
But
was
you see
funny.
Mike's seat slowly going farther up and farther up.
It was
So
great.
anyway, that's the next clip.
Do it.
Phil, are your feet on the hump or are they?
No, I'm on the side.
Okay, good.
I'm on the side.
Fucking 4-8's got all the room.
Jesus Christ! His knee is touching
Your knees are not even. Up more, Michael.
2 more feet, Mike, and we're good. Like it even gives me a little bit more space.
What do you think of this, Tom? So, okay. By the way, 4-8 in the footwell of like the passenger front seat.
True.
That's where we shoved all the random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So 4-8, no joke, his knees are touching the dashboard the whole trip. And at the end of the trip, this is where I start to get triggered because I got this brand new car. We get out in Vegas.
There's all this crap in
All
the
this
back.
stuff is, I get out, I look in 4-8's where 4-8 was sitting. I swear, dude, an entire pop can is spilled.
Oh my God.
On the rubber mats, and thank goodness I left those rubber mats in. I almost
Good
took them
call,
out,
John.
but I'm like, these baboons are gonna freaking destroy this vehicle. These Neanderthals.
Neanderthal.
Good thing was the you know who
us.
was very helpful were the valets at Caesars. They were like, "We'll help. We'll take care of it."
We'll
we were like, "Okay."
By the way, 4-8 said he would pay for my a cleaning of the interior. He hasn't done that yet. As a matter of fact, I think the people
Send
in the
him the
back
bill.
sheets should. Yeah.
I don't think you would have had that problem if they kept asking him to move forward. It probably knocked it over.
Agreed.
So it's probably Dad's fault.
You're lucky he didn't burn a hole in your seat or something like that because that's been known to happen with Mike 4-8.
So chapter 4 is where if you've ever taken the trip from Phoenix to Vegas, the quickest route is not the interstate; it's US 93, which by the way, it's beautiful, really good vistas and stuff like that. But one of the things, of course, when you're not taking interstate, is this is a 1-lane road either way. And we found out as we were getting through that there was a huge backup due to an accident that happened like 7 hours earlier. So it's backed up, and we knew we were going to have to be kind of delayed for a while. I think it was probably a 45-minute delay. So Phil was excited about that being stopped. Another thing
We
should
got out of
mention,
the car, right?
yeah, and then we're going to show that. The one thing I did want to mention, though, because someone was commenting on our good song selection, we did a rotation. somebody had their phone, and then somebody had Apple Music. So John would say, "Okay, it's your pick, Phil," and then he would pick a song, and then I'd pick a song, and then John would pick a song. So that was cool. So we had a lot of good.
And
So
you
when
can
you
variety.
make a list.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
either
so
go-
like it would be my time, and I'd be like, I want to do
Play
Steely
this.
Dan, and
Or
then it would be Phil,
You
and
just
he'd
select
play
a song
like
and click
Yanni or
play next.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley
Yanni?
Cyrus. No,
Yeah.
we were listening to that Justin Bieber song a lot during the trip. I know.
That
kept
was John.
repeating.
John
That
was
was John.
playing
John had it
Justin
on
Bieber
repeat.
the entire
He
trip.
did. He played it like 20 times, like during the trip.
Peaches, I think
Peaches,
it's called.
yeah.
Peaches, yeah.
All right, so
My
anyway,
peaches
so this
down
is
in Georgia.
the next video is when we were along the road, stopped, and all of a sudden traffic started again.
And I was outside of the car.
Of course you were.
But I saw what
And
was-
we were trying to get
anyway.
you in, by the way.
It's all about a road trip. Road trip life, man.
Good dancing.
He's jogging.
I have no idea why he's doing this.
Look at this dude. What is wrong with him? You ready to get in?
You look
ready
like
to
your,
get in,
you look like your
Tommy?
dad.
Tom, they're moving.
Oh my God.
He watched
Tommy,
you
jump in.
fun.
This isn't gonna happen.
Tom, you gotta get in, dude.
You're
Are you getting in or no?
All of a sudden he's going faster than the car.
He probably thought he looked
You
graceful.
and crazies. They
You're
come.
like your dad running to get into a golf cart.
Looks just
Move
like
it, baby.
his dad. All right.
So,
You
Any
run
ex-
like
any
a
explanation?
T-Rex.
yeah.
T-Rex
I knew
running.
that it was stopping. It was like a start and a stop. I saw they stopped. So I'm like, I'm not going to get in the car. I'll just jog up to the next one. I was like antsy. I wanted to get out of the car. I listened to Phil bitch the whole time about how his sore ass and all
You
that.
gave him a little extra room
So I
for
gave him
5
some
minutes.
time in
For
the
5
cushion
minutes.
seat. Right.
But he
you
took
should
that-
say thank you for
He
that.
took that away later on, which we'll talk about. But by the way, don't forget, you also asked us to take a picture. You're like, hey, come out here, guys.
Yeah.
And we went into like some, whatever you want to call it, brush or
Brush.
whatever. And like 4 of us scratched our legs
Yeah.
up on some sort of sticker
Poisonous,
bush or
poisonous
something.
Right,
sticker
right.
bush.
Yeah.
I still have an open wound on my ankle
Exactly.
from that.
I have venom in my calf, I
We're
think.
probably all slowly dying right now. We don't know it.
Speaking of that, so chapter 5 is a great conversation. All of a sudden, of course, where does it come from but the locomotive?
But we're in the middle of the desert. And
Like middle of nowhere.
And this is like hours into the trip. We're like bored with each other.
Sure.
So we start talking about how to dispose of a dead body.
You do.
Right.
And then, yeah, so Tom brings up, well, maybe this would be a good place to dispose of a dead body. You know, these are
We didn't have
random
dead body on
topics.
us.
Any
No, we had no
disclaimers?
dead body
We
on
had
us.
no
for
room
the
for a
record.
dead body.
We did not have room for a dead body. But we were like, if you were going to have a dead body and you were going to try to bury it out here, what steps would you go through?
And of course, I was a little stressed
That's
about
what
that.
the,
So
the mafia did.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole
so
desert out there is full of
But nowadays
bones.
with Apple Watches and iPhones and
I was
all
a
that.
naysayer on this.
So
Yeah.
anyway, this was
Well, it
the next.
doesn't
How
work
to
anymore.
dispose of a dead body in the middle of the desert and get away with it.
Weird.
Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah, oh boy, here we go.
His home.
Apple Watch.
Leave your phone with your friend and have your friend send some text out while you're out.
Right.
While
Yeah.
you're out burying the body.
But then you're bringing another person into it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't bring anybody into it.
You don't bring anybody into it, but I'm still worried.
You gotta be
that
like cold-blooded.
I still think that GPS will find you, like the satellite will find you.
Somebody gonna get
I'm
you.
gonna find you if you have
They
no
did.
electronics.
You have
on you.
nothing on you.
Hey, listen, I watched
Imagery would,
first
Like
40
Tom said, if you had an old car, like you had a like an
They
old
see
like
you going and they get all the
1950s,
cameras and they
1960s,
get everybody.
1970s
They
car.
put together
And
a
I'm not
picture.
saying I'm
Right.
saying like
Sequence, you know?
satellites that are up in the obviously up in the air that would somehow be able to.
Why would
see
they be
heat.
looking for me?
They wouldn't, but maybe they
Like,
track
what do I-
any heat imagery.
But like, why would they be scanning the desert looking for
I don't know.
you?
Military planes
Yeah,
are all
but
over here.
Thomas, you know, they still have. You could pass an intersection with the. As you're leaving town.
Yeah. But there's no cameras out here, dude.
No, but here, yes. But
I'm going
if you're leaving your
But why,
suburban,
okay, so
You
like,
want band or
why would anybody be looking for like some old car just driving out to the desert?
They wouldn't. Nobody.
You'd like the thing is, okay, so there's no such thing as a perfect crime.
It's hard to do.
But if you had no electronics
Never
and an
heard
old
this one.
car, you could theoretically get out in the desert and dispose of whatever you wanted to dispose of. That's the moral of the story. In my
Whose hand
opinion.
is that?
You looks like your
Or
dad,
just bury him in your backyard.
Good
Say,
road
fuck it.
music.
Hand is adult.
Put them under the driveway.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Put your finger, put your handprints over it.
Oh.
Well, you know, here.
Kevin's pick.
Oh,
right.
good job, Kevin.
All right.
I love the roots.
I love how
Yeah,
that
those are the roots.
Dude, seriously.
differentiated a satellite up in the air as opposed to the ones that are like
That's why I
underground
had-
or something.
I caught myself. I said,
Yeah.
by the way, does that sound like just like
Amateurs.
5 guys that don't know what the heck
Oh.
they're
No.
talking about?
You guys have obviously never killed somebody before.
Thank God.
so-
Thank God. But if you were going to, I think what we were trying to make clear is you got to drop the Apple Watch, you got to drop the iPhone, you can't have a newer car because they have that little computer chip that cops could pull up.
And then my
the-
theory is they still find you.
But think about it. Tiger Woods crashed off and they
Yeah.
have a black box in there and they pulled it out and
That's
proved
it.
that he was driving 87 miles an
That's
hour when he
right.
crashed.
75 into a tree.
So like You have to get rid of any car with any kind of technology in it if you're going to do stuff like that, right?
Make
Be
sure
old
you have
school.
a 67 Bonneville.
That's right. Old school with a big trunk, right?
I remember thinking
boat.
I'd rather be buried out in the desert than sitting in between two men in the back of this car. That's what I remember was
Bury
going through
me.
my head at the
Really?
time. Yeah.
Is this like with your feet officially asleep?
Oh,
at
I
this
couldn't
time?
feel my legs multiple times.
That
As
was
you
a
can hear on
really-
the audio, there's a lot of complaining by Phil.
Yeah, that was a dark point of the trip when we started talking about burying bodies in the desert. You know?
Okay. Well, the next part of the trip, chapter 6, is I was, I'm always on the job and I'm looking around and I'm always thinking like a mayor. And as we were driving through the Arizona desert, I was like, there is so much litter out here. Like, what the hell is the governor doing? Like, this is obviously people drive from, Phoenix to Vegas often, and this is the route they take. And it was packed with litter. Like, obviously nobody takes responsibility for the desert. And I was offended.
Like around here, you can sponsor a mile or two, but there's
Right.
nobody out there to sponsor
In
a
the middle
mile.
of the desert.
Nobody wants to clean it up out in the desert.
So the
It's
desert
like-
has so much dirt, it's so much garbage in it. It's crazy. People are disgusting. They just throw stuff out of their car and it just lays there for could
Who
be
knows?
years.
By the way,
It was bad.
I want to point out that you guys, according to this picture, you are the only people who are outside of your car during this
There was
traffic
there's
jam.
actually a couple
There's a
guys
few.
behind us that came and visited
There were
with
a
us.
few.
In fact, the
Okay.
guy wanted us to take a picture of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you?
We did.
Was I running?
You were
then?
running.
Gotcha.
Marathon man.
All right, next chapter. Governor Ducey. Get on it.
Totally dirty. Who would you send out near here?
The prisoners. I would send out a work crew and then freaking
are
have.
we in? I wonder how many
It's not
people
even
in this
about.
town.
Cool. I think the governor should realize they have a litter problem in Nevada. Oh, this is Arizona. My bad.
Ducey, Governor Ducey.
Governor Ducey is dropping the freaking ball, in my opinion. Kevin Smith.
There's tires out here.
All right, there's a bunch of stuff there. Yeah, and that's true. You saw a little of the side of the road, and
It was gross, honestly.
it was pretty bad.
I don't know if Governor Ducey's going to listen to our podcast, but if she does,
He
all right. But if he does, I took a stab. But if he does,
50-50.
But if he does, yeah. But if he
They-
does,
just
She-
say
if they
they.
does.
all you have to do is get the prisoners out there.
If
Seriously,
I don't even know where the closest prison
Modern
would
day
be.
slavery.
I would find it and put them out there and
Get 'em to
how many
work.
prisoners wouldn't want to go out in the desert and get out of their cell?
I think they'd get tore up by those sticker bushes or
Agreed.
whatever. the heck.
I
They
agree
can
with
fix
you.
that
Probably a lot.
Nobody
You could probably get
deserves
sued.
that.
Honestly, that was
Cruel and unusual punishment. Go
Yes.
pick up the
Exactly.
desert.
Okay, Kevin, you're setting up the next one.
Oh yeah, actually, we talked about this a little earlier about how we were doing music, and everybody picked a song, and this was like a pretty light moment of the trip. This was a Phil pick, a very, very good pick by Phil, actually.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, I love this song. So it's kind of fun. We just
Phil is in
just
touch
kind of
with
all of
the
a sudden
softer side.
we're sitting in there in the car, cramped in, and this was Phil's pick, and it kind of all of a sudden just
It's a magical
had the moment. Yeah.
Here we go.
Who sings this fucking song, man?
Everybody.
Yeah, it's been covered a million times.
Everybody in this car. The hymnal, ma'am.
Yep.
Lenny Kravitz, right?
Everybody not going to hell covers this song.
There's so many good versions of this song.
Okay.
That was good. That was fun. And that happened a bunch. There was a lot of fun moments on that trip, which is awesome. So
I don't think I sang there. I think I had already passed out from the lack of blood circulation.
well, you picked a song.
There's
so.
an ongoing theme with my comments. In
Phil,
this,
you
podcast.
said you'd never do that road trip again. Do you still stand by that?
that was the worst drive of my life.
Just because
I
you were
find
on
that
a-
so hard to believe, though.
Absurd.
For the record, I offered to take that seat from you. I did.
Are we?
I did.
Okay, you did, but
I did.
I don't think you really
Half-heartedly.
meant it. Exactly.
No, I didn't mean it,
It
but
was one
I
of
did
those. If I
offer.
say yes,
Right.
I'm not the chief of staff when we get back to
I
Hammond.
mean,
He's
no,
not-
would
then we're
still
ripping you
suck,
because you
though.
couldn't handle it.
Your shoulders are so broad, it would have still been too cramped.
I would have had my right ass cheek on Phil's lap.
It would have
It
been
was
Instead, you just had your left ass
definitely
cheek.
inappropriate.
It had a lot to do, Lindsay, with the leg, like because there was a hump there and the legs were like this.
Oh, here's the explanation.
Yeah, so anyhow, and by the way, they're not even bringing up about. Are we bringing up the Hoover Dam?
Oh, bring it up.
How
Yeah,
we're
I
getting
forgot
close
about
to the end. We're about to get to Vegas,
All
and
right.
then
By
Tom's
Lake
like,
Mead.
"Hey, we got to go. You guys got to check this out, the Hoover
I
Dam.
was
They do
so
this little
excited about
tour.
that.
Because I'm an American.
I'm already like,
that. I had not been there. I was so excited about that detour.
Thank you, Kevin.
It was
Thank
awesome.
you, Kevin.
Awesome,
Phil.
awesome.
Phil
awesome.
doesn't want to see
And
him.
by the way,
Phil's like, give me to Vegas now.
If you haven't, for those on our chat that have been to the Hoover Dam, I think the new bypass that was built,
That
that
was
interstate
amazing.
that's built over the
God.
top, is almost as amazing as the
That
Hoover
bridge
Dam.
is
pretty
It's
cool.
crazy.
It's like as high as you are at the Hoover Dam, which is pretty high. This bridge is 200 feet higher. over the
It's
top
like
of
a
it.
cement
It's
pour.
so
It's like
crazy.
unbelievable.
It's like a single span bridge that's like over this gorge. It's hundreds of feet in the air.
It was really cool.
Crazy high.
That's a dam.
That was a nice
It
stop.
is,
That- I
no,
remember-
this is a bridge over the dam.
Yes.
Like, it's crazy.
It was pretty cool.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
It's
Kevin
like way
went
up
on
there.
Wikipedia and read that 100 people had died while they were constructing it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to be the first guy on Wikipedia that died from writing bitch on the tour going through the dam area. That's what I thought. at the time.
Yeah, you were like
It
101.
could have happened.
Exactly. They had me in.
All right, Phil. You
But by the way,
previewing this?
you know what? We learned interesting fact about Hoover Dam. Cost $48 million to build.
Think about that.
Less than the bubble would have cost us to build in Hammond. That's why we actually, after going through Hoover Dam, we were about to do our April Fool's joke that night. And we added a clause into that saying, this is Hammond's Hoover Dam. And
Yeah,
it was
very cool. Yeah, so
because it cost more than Hoover Dam.
$1930. Yeah,
Yeah.
40
It was like
million.
$250 million today's money, I
Right.
think it said.
Right.
But by the way,
Still
I
a
got
good
I got
deal.
a message on the way
Yeah.
over here asking me when the dome is starting.
Nice.
Wow.
I kid you
Really?
not, it's still out there. People still think it's
That's
real,
why
so-
at the council meeting last night, I told everybody it was an April Fool's joke because we never backed off of it.
No. There's a
We
lot of
usually,
people don't
like
know.
the nude beach, we backed off of. We didn't back off of the
because
dome.
it went severely viral.
Yeah.
Once Channel 7,
Yeah.
put it on their
WGN
news.
thought it was
Right.
legit.
Right.
So we're going to talk about this video?
Yeah, this is our last one.
Because
Last
there was-
little
By the
thing.
way, this is my dad's condo on the top there, and to get into my dad's condo, we had to throw fobs down. Well, either that or I would have had to like go down each time. And Phil was playing outfielder here.
Well, and I remember because John was saying it's impossible to catch the key, if I remember, or something like
he
that.
did.
sent something. Yeah, he sent something out.
He said nobody could catch that.
Yeah, I
from
know.
that- from
He did
that
say
height.
that. He did say that, Phil.
Oh, so
was-
you
it was
got
something like that.
competitive.
So
Yeah.
no, I threw it to John, and like, okay, first off, I'm 6 floors up, so I threw it to John, and John literally would have had to, like, if you're a shortstop, and it was like a Texas pop up that goes like right over your head, you had to like take 2 steps backwards and make the catch.
Sure.
So I did that to John. It wasn't perfect, but it was like 2 steps behind him, right?
Easily reachable.
He could not maneuver himself
No.
to get the catch.
And
So-
by the way, he sent a text around saying bad throw.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
like
like,
what? Bad throw. No,
became a theme of the
bad
trip.
shortstop.
Yeah. Bad outfielder.
So I was under the impression
I
this is
can't
way
wait
too.
to talk here.
I was
ahead.
under the impression this is a hard catch because I saw John just like almost fall down.
Trip on himself.
You guys are so,
So
insane.
Be
Phil
nice.
comes up and then I do the same exact thing with Phil.
no, you didn't.
Really,
We're going to show 2 exact clips here
Oh,
for the
really?
viewers.
Okay, wait. So you're implying that in 2 separate instances where the common denominator is you,
right.
the issue was with the 2 separate factors.
No, one person caught it, one person did.
Oh no! 2 people caught it. I
Yeah,
caught
thank
it.
you,
I
3.
I caught it twice.
Yes, right.
Phil caught it once. John,
and one
0.
person did not, and the same thrower for each one.
I want you guys to notice something in these 2
Statistics.
clips. Now that you guys have had your moment to talk,
We're
okay?
both baseball players.
We're going to show 2 clips back to back. The first one here is Phil going to catch this fob from Tom throwing it 4 floors up or whatever, 5
And
floors up.
he went backwards a couple steps, if I remember.
Notice
correctly.
how Tom is working with Phil like scientifically on like the cross winds, and Phil, watch out for this southwest
Up
2
6
miles an
floors
hour.
up.
At the end of the day, you still have to perform.
But now,
Thank you, Kevin.
when you watch mine, Tom gives none of that information, and I've got a camera in my hand.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Here
there
we
you
go.
My bad.
Gotta
Let me-
protect
let me-
the camera
let me
over
blow
the key.
this
So this is Phil.
Sounds like an excuse.
We're gonna get.
No, you don't get a chance. Phil says he's got this.
All right.
stretching.
You ready? There's a crosswind going over the.
Going that way?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wow.
Makes the
problem.
catch.
Anybody could have caught that.
Makes the catch.
By the way, I don't know if you
Here's
noticed
mine.
in that last.
I need to get in, bro.
You gonna catch it?
I'm gonna try.
Oh,
There it was,
Right there.
All right.
Oh, not even.
Look at that's like 1 foot behind him.
It did not break.
It's like one
Thanks, dude.
square behind you. 1 square behind your foot.
As soon as he said, I'm going to try, you knew he was going to drop it.
It was
No.
he was defeated
It
before
was
he even
Without a
manifest
doubt.
destiny. He
I
was
know.
he knew.
Doubt. It
By
was
the way,
like-
and if it was a bad throw, you would see it like 10
Way
squares
off.
away.
Exactly.
It was
Way
like
off.
1 foot behind him.
It was like, you got it not ready for a pop
was
fly.
right
If
by
you're
his
a
shoe.
baseball player and you miss a pop fly like that, they would ship you to the
I
minors.
caught
like, right
one
off the bat.
going backwards and one right in front of me.
Did you have a phone in your hand, and were you told
could-
about
I could-
various winds?
I would have been able to catch it with a phone in my hand and with various
The
winds.
wind, there was no wind that day. It
See,
was like
that's
100
just
degrees.
speculation. We would never know
Let's
until
go.
you actually do it.
I
So
did it
let's
twice.
go back.
Let's go. Let's go back.
I'll take
Wait
my.
for the exact conditions.
Look, I wasn't a high
And
school
compare.
shortstop for nothing. I
That's
can
right.
catch a pop fly.
That's right. John.
Good work, though, John, on these clips. Really good. And
I think
thank
it's
you
time
once
to
again
end the
for
show.
driving. Phil, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks,
It
guys.
was a lot of fun to
A lot of fun.
review where you were sitting. And
Hold on to these candies.
Aren't you? Yeah.
Keep
That's
those.
really nice. That's nice that
I'll
you
take
bought
'em
these
home.
candies.
I
And
wouldn't
then-
walk in empty-handed. Who would do
By
that?
the way, you're coming back on Friday with Team
Yeah.
Old School, from what I heard. There's
Oh,
a
we are gonna
triathlon
have
team
fun.
that's going to come in and talk crap to me. I hear.
We're gonna have a
we're
lot
going
of
to
fun
talk
with this.
triathlons on Friday.
That sounds good.
Tune in.
Yeah, John Kennedy's coming in also, so that should be funny as hell.
Part of the old school team.
Exercise.
Right, John Kennedy and Phil Taillon, and of course their teammate Kevin will be here also. So
Yes.
We could talk about our training and everything. I'm excited.
We're ready. All
awesome.
right. Tune
Thanks
in Friday.
everybody. Left of Center, episode 2. Thanks to Phil Taillon for coming by. Kevin Smith doing an awesome job as co-host. Lindsay, the notorious LMP.
Thank you.
Great to see notorious LMP. Thank you, Lindsay, very much, and to our producer John Vesmar.
Whatever.
Unbelievable job.
Who is not a shortstop? We all learned today. So,
but is a phenomenal driver.
yes. Anyway, it
And
was a
has
great.
the patience of a saint.
Yes, he does. To put up with us, he does.
It was a great trip and good times. And thanks for watching Left of Center. We'll see you on Friday. Take care, everybody.